put out on Twitter.
Are we going live on your Twitch?
Yes.
What?
Just Technoscald.
Technoscald. Okay.
Let's see. Make sure that its sound is coming through okay. Just Technoscald.
Okay.
Yep, it is coming through okay. Hopefully we don't get too much echo from that. All right, Rachel, you good?
Alright, I'm sorry, I was muted. Should be fine.
Okay. Yay. I'm going to turn y'all up a little bit on my end. And there's
Also, he
baby
likes to
noises. Yay, baby noises.
He just wants to talk right now.
That's good. That's fine.
He's shark bait.
He's shark bait?
Yeah, he's shark bait.
Smiling. He's smiling.
Okay. Well,
That's perfect.
this is going to be, just sort of a one-shot that should be a lot of fun. It's in a different setting than typical. This uses the Magic the Gathering setting of Ixalan, which is... let me give you a little bit of background on it. Ixalan itself is composed of primarily 4 or 5 different factions. So you have the Legion of Dusk, which is a vampire society that formed from an alliance of nobles and the church that has arrived to this particular area of Ixalan to expand its territories. And there are factions within that. It's not that all the vampires are conquistadors, although certainly some of them are. There's the Sun Empire, which rules the coast and works with dinosaurs, and they are humans. The River Heralds are kind of a loose set of nomadic merfolk tribes. While they're all merfolk, there are different kinds, right? So the blue merfolk are more comfortable in the water, and the green merfolk are slightly more comfortable in the land. But they both can, go both directions. And then there are pirates in the Brazen Coalition, which are pirates, right? They have orcs and they have goblins and humans and everything, because they do the things that pirates do. So here's, as we start off, all of you are in the prison of Conqueror's Foothold, and you're probably saying, what does that mean? Let me show you. You already have access. Let me show you again. If you look at the world map, okay, you will see in the lower right of that map, very, very southeast, where Conqueror's Foothold is. Just to the northwest of a little island called Adanto. So that is where we will be. That's where we are beginning our adventure this afternoon. Currently, what we have for our group today are 4 characters, 3 of whom are prisoners. So the 3 of you who are prisoners have been there for some time, and you are about to be executed. Like everyone who has been called an enemy of the Legion of Dusk, which is the vampire faction, you're going to be executed to feed the vampires who command the fortress. And on the night before the full moon, you've been moved to the executioner's chamber, where you are now, set next in line to be sacrificed. So you don't have your equipment and so forth right now. However, what your captors don't know is that each of you has made a bargain with the vampire cleric Alante, who is played by Litza, in exchange for your lives, and she wants to retrieve a legendary relic known as the Hierophant's Chalice. You've been promised various favors from the Order of the Five Sacraments, which is a vampiric sect that is not on board with all of the conquest and destruction of other peoples and so forth. So during your brief time in Conqueror's Foothold, that fortress that you see before you, you've been able. Alante has communicated a plan of escape by using message spells at various interludes, and tonight is the night that your escape plan comes to fruition. Everybody ready?
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
So you're all standing in a large holding cell, awaiting the executioner's summons. Outside the cell window, there's a full moon and a cloudless sky. In the center of the executioner's chamber, a great axe lies across a stone block. I'll move to this music because there we go. Chains lined with butcher hooks hang above metal vats stacked and waiting to collect the blood of the executed, to remind you of your imminent appointment with death. The guards open the metal grate that seals your cell. Stepping into the chamber beyond, you see Alante, who is supposed to oversee your sacrifice. This is your cue. It's time for last rites for the guards. So everyone select your tokens and roll initiative. The way you do that is just literally click on the token on the screen there, and then within your character sheet, hit the initiative button. Remember that at the moment you don't have your weapons. So you'll have unarmed strikes or spells that don't use material components.
What is...
It's okay. Anybody who missed clicking on their well, yeah. So we're just waiting on.
I don't know what I'm clicking now.
Yeah, select your token, and then in your character sheet, just hit the initiative button. There's a line towards the upper middle that says initiative.
Okay.
If not, I can do it for you here.
I don't know if anything's happening because I'm clicking it.
There it goes.
Oh, there we go. Okay. I heard a blep.
There we go.
Oh,
we've
that's shit.
got-
I'm so used to being. I'm so used to being Sela, having good.
So let's
initiative.
see. We've got the first. We're gonna say that the guards are surprised this first time around because they don't know what's waiting for them. So you're in this chamber. Alante, of course, is fully ready and prepared, and she has all of her gear. Valicia, the guards are unaware of your plan. What do you do?
Are there any of them around me right now?
Both of them are around you. There are two of them.
Oh, wonderful. I turn to them and I say, I am so sorry, sweeties. And I use Thunderwave.
Thunderwave. So go ahead and click on Thunderwave there.
Is it working?
Here.
No, it is not. Sorry, one moment. Oh, I see. I see. It's asking me for a level.
Yep. It should be. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so the guards will make their Constitution saves. Let's see. Guard. Taking a minute for roll 20 to load.
Sorry for the porkers.
Constitution saves. All right, 1 and 2. So one is gonna save, one's gonna fail. So the one that fails takes. Let's see. You rolled 6 damage. So as Felicia calls forth the thunder and it pushes out, one of them is blown back into the wall, hurt pretty badly. The other one kind of withstands it for a moment. Do you want to do anything else on your turn?
I think I'll leave it at that. Probably
Okay.
begin to back away slightly.
Okay. Artanok, what do you do?
We have all of our. No.
No, you don't have your
Okay.
gear yet. So you can do an unarmed. You are playing a ranger, I think.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
could
I
do
know
it.
how to work. Yeah.
So you could do an unarmed strike, or if you have something else you want to try to do, you can certainly try something else. So again, you're in this chamber. There's axes and butcher hooks and stone and so forth.
Where is my little shark bait with me? Or no?
Not yet. Shark bait will be
Okay,
very
that's fine.
critical in a little bit.
Okay. Then what I'd like to do is I'd like to use Hunter's Mark. Actually, wait. I don't. Does it say how many spell slots I have?
Yeah, it does. You have to go to the spell section.
You have 3 slots, so you can use Hunter's Mark if you wish.
Okay. I'm actually going to save it. Oh, this thing is messed up. There we go. Oh, good lord, it keeps switching back.
Oh, sorry, I
I'll-
was trying to fix something for you. My bad. Go for it.
I thought the machine was screwing with me.
No, I forgot that it synchronizes on both sides. My bad.
That's okay. It's not your fault. I'll use unarmed. Yeah.
Okay.
So I just click unarmed.
Yep, just click unarmed and it'll do it for you. There you go. 15 definitely. Oh, no, 15. You reach out to strike the guard, but your fist impacts on his armor and doesn't do any damage to him.
Is there a reason you're speaking?
Anything else?
I will not back away because I don't have any long-range weapons anyway. So.
All right. What does Ellie Redcap do? Ellie, as the sorceress pirate.
Okay, so they're the 2 guards. How close together are they?
They're about 10 feet apart after the thunder wave. 10, 15
10 feet apart?
Yep.
Awesome. I'm going to use Burning Hands.
Burning Hands. Yeah, you can kind of angle and hold that out. And let's see, 2 deck saves.
Oh, it doesn't say my spell save.
Let's see. Let me take a look at your sheet real quick.
Spell save is 13.
Spell save is 13. I don't know why it didn't show up, but we know it's 13. It's fine. So
Even
2
some of my spell slots.
So 1 saves and 1 does not. The one that does not. So describe kind of how the flames issue out from your hands.
So she just strides right on forward, very confidently, and just washes her hand as fire just soothes out like a flamethrower.
Right, and as one of them, the one that's further back is just engulfed by the flames and dies screaming. And the other one will take half damage and looks in pretty bad shape as his clothes are on fire, his face is on fire, his hair is on fire. Alante, you have turned on your allies and already killed one of the guards. You're in it now. What do you do?
I'm going to turn the remaining guard and say, sort of hold my hands up as if preparing to cast a spell. And I'll say, we are leaving. Save yourself and stop fighting us.
Oh,
He's done it.
give me an intimidation
I want to persuade him
check.
to let us go to save his own life.
Right. So you can give us an intimidation check, maybe?
Oh, never mind. I'm supposed to.
That's fine. Either way. You can just literally just click on intimidation in your character sheet and it'll do it.
Right.
I still have dice.
Well, that's because we're not used to roll 20.
Yeah. They're all in a different order.
Ooh. That's pretty good. Let's see, we're going to contest it with
Really?
wisdom. He looks at you. He throws down his weapon and sinks to his knees, sobbing, "Don't kill me! Don't kill me!"
Okay, I went.
So,
Yeah, and I want to turn to everyone else and say, like, let's go.
so there's only one door out of the chamber, and you know, especially Alante and Ellie, that no prisoner has ever successfully escaped from Conqueror's Foothold. If you go through that door, there would be a vicious fight against dozens of guards, no guarantee of finding an exit. But in one corner of the chamber, there's a padlocked lever standing next to a 3-foot square metal grate. And Alante, you know that that's the chute that bodies are dumped down into the ocean after they are drained.
Okay. I'm going to point at it and say that is our escape route.
So you see a padlock on there.
Do I know where their gear is?
You know that their gear is a part of your escape plan, as you have it stashed in a cache outside.
Okay.
So
Um,
I want to loot the dead body real quick. Get
Oh,
myself
right.
a dagger.
The dead, you find between the two guards, each of them has a spear. Obviously, the one guard that surrendered has thrown his down, and each of them carries a key.
Keys are handy. They don't have any daggers though.
They do not have any daggers. They only each have a spear.
That's a shame.
I would like to attempt to unlock the padlock.
If you have a key, there's no check is required. As the grate opens, you see a couple of things. You see that the water of the ocean, you're kind of above the ocean a little bit, so you can look straight down and you see ocean water. Give me an investigation check.
Can I
Yeah.
just butt in for a moment and say I'd like to do something once this has been resolved? S-
Okay.
That's me.
So
I don't
once
see
this,
anything anyway.
once this has all been resolved, would it be okay if I did something? Or I don't know if you want to move the story on us.
Say what you want to do, Sam. It's cool.
Okay. So I would like to pace over to the remaining guard, look over to Alante and say, "Sweetie, you might well be forgiving of these bastards. I am not so merciful." A crocodile's grin will spread over my face, literally, as I'm going to use wild shape into a crocodile and attempt to bite the fucker's head off.
All right. So yeah, give me
You
a.
better not.
Let's see. Do I have that in there? Let's see. Let me pull up here. Oh, I need to do it this way. I'm trying to find that if I have that monster here already in. I don't. So it's okay. We can do this. Crocodile. Going to drag that down here. There we go.
Nice.
And then I'm going to do one more thing, which is to assign that character to you. Edit. And you are in here as... Why don't I see you now? Oh, yep, I see why. Okay. You should be able now to pull up the crocodile's character sheet and just click on the attack.
Where would I find its sheet? Sorry?
Back over in the journal area where you have the handouts and your character sheet.
Oh, yes, I see it. I
Yep.
can just... There we are. Sorry, I'm completely new to roll 20.
Oh yeah. So you bite onto him. You have advantage because since he's, kneeled, he's prone. So click on it again.
I think that still misses.
Yeah, he's pretty scared. At this point he's looking at you in fear. It's not his turn yet. He doesn't have a reaction, but you're having trouble. You've just shifted, and you're having trouble kind of getting a good grip on him. Artanok, what do you do as you see this?
Just cleaning a bottle real quick.
Okay.
Hi, I'll run back. Hi, yes. What can I do? I was listening.
So Valicia has turned into a crocodile and is trying to chomp on the guard, who is, on the ground. What do you do?
I do nothing. I'm gonna head over actually towards the grate, which I think I remember correctly is open, because I just care about shark bait.
Fair. If you can give me an investigation check.
I might be able to do that. So let's see, where are you? And oh god, -1.
Oh, but no.
Yes.
But you take a close look, and I'll tell you what you see in a moment. Ellie, what do you do as this crocodile is trying to chomp on the guard?
You're being too loud. We don't want to get caught. So I'm going to use a fireball and burn his face.
Yep, that is enough. He takes it full to the face and falls back dead.
I do it in a way that just burns his mouth so he can't make a sound.
Right. He literally just eats it, like falls over. Artanok, what you see is you notice that the walls of the chute have no handholds. So not only is it is a straight drop into the ocean, no one would be able to get back up that way either. But you're able to kind of look around and see that you're not that far from shore. You could easily swim to shore if you jumped in from here.
Okay. All right. I'll turn back to everyone and say, make sure you have everything you want. Go. There's no way back up. And actually, if someone hasn't already done so, I'd like to grab the spear
Yep,
dropped by the dead guard, just in case.
Sure. Okay, so Artanok has a spear.
It kind of works, I think, with the name. I don't know. Very Aztec. And then I say I'm good, and I'm gonna jump.
All right, and you slice neatly into the water, and take no damage.
Sweet. Peace out, bitches.
What about the rest of you?
So Ellie is going to gather up the 2 dead bodies and throw them down the chute.
Oh, that would have been a smart idea.
Good
I
call.
should
So
say-
as they slide down, and there's a faint splash as they just miss Artanok.
Oh, that would have been funny if it hit me, though. I would have gone, ow.
We don't want to leave any evidence behind.
Fair. Valicia and Alante?
Huffing slightly, still maintaining the crocodile form. I'm just gonna slide right on down into the ocean.
Sea crawl.
That's so cute. I can't picture anything but an adorable alligator just going, yeah.
And yeah, I'm imagining like as he dives in, like the tail kind of wiggling as he squeezes through to the chute and just plops straight into the water.
I will follow also.
Hey, DeVries, my buddy, watching us. I'm assuming that Alante and I'm losing track now. Alante and Ellie, are you going to follow in?
Oh yeah, no. As soon as I threw the bodies down, I jumped in after him.
All right.
You're fine. I mean,
Can everybody
As
give me
soon-
a perception or survival check as you prefer?
shh, just one moment, buddy. Just one moment.
Am I good at survival? Nope.
Doesn't matter which one. Damn. Oh no, I'm good. Oh phew. The
Artanok,
other one.
you in particular, as the hunter type of the group, the ranger of the group, even though it's dark, can you hear me? even though it's dark, in the moonlight, you can see the dorsal fin of a hunter shark not too far away. But it hasn't seemed to notice any of you yet. And after a moment, though, it makes a beeline for the bodies of those 2 guards that you killed and begins to turn them into chum.
I'm gonna head towards the shore.
Okay. Are all of you doing the same?
I'll swim after her.
Okay.
Yep, to the shore.
Yep.
So as you reach the shore, you see the fort, the Conqueror's Foothold, towering high above you on this sheer cliffside. There are waves crashing against the rocky shoreline, their caps lit by moonlight. Sharkbait is waiting on the beach with a rucksack containing 10 days' rations.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as he sees it, he runs over to you, or to not, kind of nuzzles against you, your little velociraptor companion. And I say, but you know, they are actually kind of smaller, right? So he's like dog size, not the big ones we see in Jurassic Park. And leads you to a hidden cache buried in the sand where Alante had smuggled out your confiscated gear a few days ago. So at this point, you have all your gear back. And for those of you who aren't as comfortable with roll 20, I'll turn back on your armor because you want that.
Hell yes.
Who needs armor?
I mean, if you don't want it, you don't have to put it on. I'm assuming that you do.
I don't wear armor.
Yeah, you're a sorcerer. You're a sorceress heathen.
I can't wear armor.
Actually, I think that the people who needed the armor are the characters that we're not playing today, so it may be okay, actually, anyway. But you certainly have your weapons and other gear, and for those of you who might need material components for your spells, well, you've got those as well. Here, here we go. Here's equipped.
Sure.
There we go.
I have a barnacle encrusted wand. That's my spell focus.
That is your... Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool.
Everybody else looks like... You look like you got your AC where it should be.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, and I'll drop the crocodile form just so
Okay.
I can get back into my armor.
All right. So you drop back out of your form. You can gather up all of your gear, all the stuff that's on your sheet. To a north... So if you look back at the world map that I gave you, where you're trying to get is the Temple of Aklasats, which you will see over to the west. Towards the center of the map at the very south. There are 2 routes. You can go along the shore and try to sneak past 2 forts, Fort Leor and Fort Duron, or you can kind of go north and go through the interior, and then over to the primal wellspring, and then south to the Temple of Aklasats. It will take 3 days if you go by the shore, or 4 days if you take the longer route where you're less likely to be seen. Which way do you want to go?
Well, I, for one, would much more prefer safety over speed, I must admit.
Well, I only agreed to this so I could get my own ship. Going through near one of the ports would let me see what I can nab, as well as, a way to get out in case we are found again. Potential escape.
Myself prefer speed.
Yeah, I think I'm a bit more apt for the forest. But I
Once we
don't
get the
know.
treasure, where are we gonna go? How are we
Well,
gonna
keep
get
in
out?
mind, Ellie, that your deal with Alante is that if you help Alante get the artifact, then she'll grant you a captured ship as payment. That's why you've agreed to do this extra thing.
Oh, okay. I thought she was going to help me steal a ship. Either way works for me.
I mean, shark bait's not exactly inconspicuous, and I'm constantly just like babying him and like snuggling him and everything.
Longer route it is then.
Okay. It takes you about 4 hours, about an hour to get to the next area where we're going to be. About an hour after you have, killed the guards and escaped out, you start to hear bells tolling back at the fort behind you, and you can see beacon towers lighting up along the shore, trying to find the escapees. Let's see. You reach a new area, so let me change the background here.
Excuse me.
Ellie points back at the towers and is like, and that is why you clean up after yourself. That could have been a lot sooner.
You reach an area that's sort of a field of ruin. There are dozens upon dozens of bodies strewn about the field in various states of decomposition. There are ruined banners of fallen war parties. You can continue to follow this river north. While you're in this area, is there anything you'd like to do before you leave this field?
Check a couple bodies.
Give me a perception check.
Can you click it for me? I've got baby in my arm. Yeah, holy shit. I was not expecting that.
You're looking around. There are all sorts of, kind of regular, mundane weaponry and armor. However, there's something else that you see, which are several medium raptors feasting on the corpses.
Okay. Let's, shark bait's size small, right?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna point them out very quietly so as not to alert them, and say, you know what? Let's get going. Let's not stay here. I'd prefer someplace a lot more covered anyway. So the sooner we can get away. You said there was following the river, and then there was another path.
Yeah, you can follow the river around, and that will be the way that you curve around to the primal wellspring.
Okay.
So if y'all are trying to avoid them as a group, we'll do a group stealth check. If everybody can give me a stealth check, please, and we'll see what the average turns out to be.
Before you all hurry off, just wait one moment, please. I'm going to reach into the pouch on my belt, withdraw a small vial of mistletoe ashes, a length of spruce, and consume them as I cast Pass Without a Trace.
Hell yeah!
There you go. So everybody gets a plus 10
Yeah.
to
which
their
is
roll.
awesome. Look at
It
these
pays
rolls
not
so
to
far.
hurry too quickly.
Oh man.
Checking it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that is going to be enough. Alante, can you also give me a stealth check, please?
Alante
We'll add
did.
10 too. So
Alante did it,
25 for Valicia. So yes, you are able to easily skirt past these raptors, and they give you they take no notice of you as this arcane or this this arcane field surrounds you as you're all sneaking together. And as you pass through the field, the only way anybody would really notice you're there is it gets actually quieter in certain areas where the wind isn't even really blowing.
I'd like to keep an eye out from now on, like like conscious, just
Okay.
always looking out.
Something to do a thing here. Let's do this.
Do a thing, Kyle. Do a thing.
I'm trying to do a thing, and Roll20's not doing it with me. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
You're Kale.
In fact, Valicia, I'm going to give you for that in particular a treasure token. So the way this works in this particular adventure is when you advance a mission objective or do something, notice something important, etc., then you get a treasure token, and then later on, if we discover treasure, then everyone who has a treasure token can roll on the table for that. This is one of the kind of the little experimental things they included in this particular adventure. And these tokens are like inspiration. Either you have it or you don't. You don't accumulate them. All right. So,
Okay.
as we... A day later, you are coming through... Artanok, you in particular told me that you were keeping an eye out. Can you give me another perception check, please?
Oh, still good. Okay, good. Phew.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good because what you see are these really giant, almost, they're not really centipedes, but they look kind of like centipedes. They are about the size of a large child with with dozens of legs, these long venomous fangs. They're red and yellow in color, and you see a nest of them ahead of you. What do you do?
I'm going to try to find a different way around because fuck that. No, bugs are. Beastmaster just bugs.
Beastmaster's scared of bugs. So why? Tell me why Artanok is scared of bugs.
Oh shit! I have to come up with this bullshit. How about this? Because I'm assuming they're probably pretty common throughout most of the country. That when he was a kid, a couple of the bullies threw him into a nest of them, and he just managed to escape. Probably with the help of an older friend, but so he's like, no.
Repressed memories.
Repressed memories. So he's got some traumas from these things, and despite that he's this accomplished hunter, he really has no interest in going around these. Well, everybody give me a stealth check again. This has been a day later, so your spell slots have refreshed anyway.
Yeah, sweet. That's what I was going to ask.
I'll probably once more withdraw the ashes and length of spruce.
Cool.
Because I am not stealthy most of the time. See?
Shit, I'm hella stealthy today.
I love how the cleric is getting this high roll. Let's see.
Like the highest roll out of everybody. Holy shit.
Yeah, but the good thing is you all have a +10 to that, which is super useful to what you are doing here. And sure enough, they take no notice of you as there's a half dozen of these giant things. Let me show you what they look like.
Oh, I can't see it. It's too tiny. Oh
there it
god.
goes.
Yeah, so there are 2 dozen of these, each the size of a large child or like a medium to large sized dog. However, you skirt around them and continue on for the next few days. Or the
It is
next
somewhat
couple
of a shame, Antonok, that you pointed them out. I would have so loved to dissected them, learn their secrets, and assume their forms. No matter, there will be other subjects, I assume.
Oh, they're all over the place. You can go on your own and grab him. Not for me. And the moment we're like talking more far enough, can't be heard. The moment we're far enough away, he's gonna like, excuse me, I gotta relieve myself. And as soon as he's sure no one's watching him, he's gonna go.
I love how it's the Ranger Beastmaster who is more afraid. Alante, what do you think of these allies of yours at this point?
Alante is very dubious of all of them, but thus far they've proven themselves to be effective and helpful. She's mostly staying quiet and watchful. Very sharp eye on all of them.
Right.
At least we used a lot of her own message, because I have access to that, which I don't remember if it's telephone. Whisper message. Awesome. So it's only the target that can hear it. So she's going to talk to Alante a lot and just be like, so, what kind of ship are you going to get me?
She's actually the least. Alante's the least worried about Ellie because they have this deal. she'll. Do I already have a ship?
Through your faction, you have you have a high position there, so you certainly have access to ships. What kind of a ship do you imagine that you will tell Ellie that you will give her? Which may not actually, we'll see what kind of ship you think you would give her, or you would tell her you'll give her.
I want to, like, too much too quickly. Like, I'll try to be very cagey about it, but like once in a while mention something about redwood banisters or like a very luscious captain's cabin, things like that. Like I'm mentioning it when I shouldn't be. It's like little tiny things to make her go like, ooh.
I feel like they're very good friends after a while.
Probably.
Or at least, Ellie thinks they're good friends.
Right.
Ellie just wants her boat.
Ellie's just in it for the shit.
She wants her boat so she can be the pirate her captain never was.
Turn y'all up a little bit more.
Daddy issues.
Daddy issues. No.
Yeah.
He was just stupid.
Daddy issues.
Daddy.
So the same day. Because that'd be hilarious.
So it takes 2 days to get this. You're following this natural path up through the mountain. Let me pull that back up here. And you're kind of going through the interior of the larger landmass that you're on, moving through this lush canopy of vines into a vivid jungle as you descend from the mountains towards this, what's marked on the map as primal wellspring. Hey, Nox, good to see you here. Ahead of you, there's a waterfall erupting from this giant stone sculpture jutting out from the side of a cliff. There's a powerful spring around it. But we've got all kinds of folks. Hey, Variant Rolls, thanks for showing up. Thanks for hosting us. The area around this waterfall spring is covered in all sorts of thick foliage, tangles of vine, and it's very difficult to make your way through. It sounds like Artanok is navigating you through here. Artanok, as you are navigating through, do you want to move? Are you moving at a slow pace to navigate more carefully, at a normal pace, or trying to move quickly?
I'm gonna do a mix between, if it's possible.
Yeah, you can just move at a regular pace.
Yeah, kind of between slow and regular, or if I can do regular with being careful at the same time with my high survival.
Okay.
Possibly?
Yeah, you can. Just give me a survival check.
Showa.
I mean, you can move at a normal pace because you're a ranger.
I think technically that counts for the whole group if I have that.
No.
Yeah, you are the navigator, so it counts for everybody.
Thank you.
Oh, it does count for everybody.
Yes, I've played a ranger for over a year now. I know.
I haven't
Oh,
forgotten.
marital bliss.
It's music to listen to.
Oh, yeah.
I
You are able to find your way through to the next region without difficulty. As you get to this spring that's coming out from this giant sculpture, do any of you do anything here? Do you take any time to rest or refill your water skins, anything like that?
definitely refill my water skin, but I'm always keeping an eye out.
Alante would actually like to study it. Maybe take a sketch and cast detect magic, just out of pure curiosity.
Okay. All right. So, first of all, Artanok, give me your either perception or survival check as you're keeping a lookout here. The survival would, all be acceptable here because you're out in the wilderness, or perception as you wish. Alante, you in this area detect very faint signs of transmutation and evocation magic from that large sculpture.
Oh. I would like to use my channel divinity to gain creation, and I would like to investigate this statue, if I may.
Absolutely. What does that channel divinity do again?
It grants me a proficiency in one skill or tool for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Extra
So you
plus
got.
2 to my investigation.
All right. So you're taking a look at the so you're going to do an investigation. All right.
If I may.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh God. Okay. Well, that's a 7 instead of a 5.
Okay. All right. Well, first of all, I'm going to give you a treasure token as well for taking this time and doing that investigation.
I like fancy.
What was that?
I like fancy old things.
Fancy old things. Sure.
My jam.
Oh,
do this
guidance.
here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and then add another D4 to that.
Another what?
D4. You can roll a D4 and add that.
As I rest my hand upon your shoulder and say, really now, you're meant to be the one leading this whole expedition. Have sharper eyes, why don't you? Though that might be too big of an ask for scum like you.
Well then,
Wow.
that happened.
Well, as you are investigating and chatting, the gaping maw of an enormous beast jumps out from the water. And I need everyone to roll initiative again.
Ah, hello, you beautiful bastard.
You beautiful bastard.
That's a
Lovely.
fluffy dinosaur.
Come on, where is my mouse? I don't know where I put my mouse. There it is.
Was that you, Kyle?
That was me.
I
have
like
a wide open range.
God
Knox
damn
says
it!
fancy old things. I like fancy old things. Sounds like it could be a tagline on a dating website. I don't think you want to date a snapping sailback, however.
So I forgot to do the token.
Yep, no worries. You can I can
Hello.
then I'll reset it to your 17 here.
So I'm still getting roll 20.
No worries at all. We're going to say that because no one noticed it with their perception and investigation rolls, that
Sorry.
Valicia and Ellie are surprised at first. The sailback, however, is going to come at... Oh, let me turn on the combat music. There we go.
I expect it to be Pokemon. Just
Yeah,
saying.
Pokemon, you're gonna try to catch this thing. This thing is huge. It's like
I love
15
catch
or
it.
20 feet long. Has a giant, gorgeous sail on its fin on the back, and it is going to try to attack first Alante and then Valicia. So it's going to try to bite Alante. Does a 20 hit you?
Oh no.
Yes.
All right, so it has it grappled. You are grappled in its jaws, and it lashes out with its tail at Valicia. Valicia, does a 14 hit you?
14 does hit me, yes.
Okay, so I need a strength save from you.
Nope.
Okay, so you are not prone at this point. Alante, I took off the HP. If you click on your token, the middle one, that's the green bubble, is your HP. And you can also, I did it this time already, you can type like -15 instead of calculating it yourself. It'll do the math for you.
Oh, that's so cool. That's what that is.
Yeah. So what I have there, just so you know, let me click on so those people can see. The middle bubble, the green bubble, is your hit points, and that also is what populates the bar above your token to show how injured you are, that you can see yourselves. And then the rightmost number is your armor class, so I can check that, or you can refer to it yourself or whatnot. And then the leftmost is your passive perception, which is, for me, there are times when I'm using your passive perception instead of having you do a check for me. That's what those bubbles are for.
I just thought they were random because they've been sitting there for so long.
Y'all have either through the careful navigation of your ranger and the natural magic of your druid, either avoided fights or gone through them so quickly nobody took any damage. However, in this case, now Valicia has been knocked back prone as that tail whipped around and hit her. Artanok, what do you do?
I've never actually played a Beastmaster, so I actually don't know how that works.
You can substitute one of your attacks and a symbol
Okay.
from your creature.
But I only have, I think, one attack because I'm a level 3.
Yep.
Okay. So, I'm gonna tell Sharkbait to wait.
There's a point in which it eventually...
You gonna shoot at it? Are you gonna cast Hunter's Mark? Are you going to take your longsword?
Yeah, you know what? Actually, what I'll do is I'll cast, Hunt. So...
Okay. So I'm gonna...
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's the damage. Oh, then ignore that. I thought I was
That's fine.
casting...
That's fine. You've cast Hunter's Mark. I've put a little target token or target marker on the dinosaur's token, and then you can either with your longsword or your longbow take a shot.
Okay. I will take my bow because I got a +7.
A 12 will miss, however.
Ah.
So, with all the splashing that it's doing in the water and thrashing about, and it's got Litza it's got Alante rather in its jaws. The arrow just misses and flies past its head. Alante, you are grappled and therefore restrained in this case. What do you do?
I would like to
You could try to escape. If you do an attack, it'll be at disadvantage, or you could cast a spell that just requires a saving throw, maybe.
Right. I'm debating my options. I don't know how good I would be at escaping.
It would be, you can use either your acrobatics or athletics. What it would be, you would be trying to make a check against its DC.
Are very good. So I'm actually gonna cast Sacred Flame.
Okay.
Needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
And right, so like it's dex save, which it's not particularly dexterous. What's your DC?
18.
Oh yeah, it fails. You can hit that spell and give me the damage roll.
No.
So
It should be right there in the attack. There you go. All right.
Got it.
So describe what your sacred flame looks like.
Her Sacred Flame is which is a little different for a vampire because most of their damage is necrotic. So it's like this sparkling beam that comes right down from the sky. But some of the energy that comes off of it is black rather than white, almost like there's a little black glitter in it.
Cool.
Solid bolt straight down from the sky.
And it strikes it full on, and it takes the radiant damage from it. Valicia, you've been knocked back on your butt, and you see that your erstwhile ally has been caught by this thing. What do you do?
Pushing myself. Actually, how far away from this creature am I?
Let's see. You were just knocked prone. I don't think it knocked you very far. Yeah, you're within melee range of it.
Wonderful.
It just knocked you down. That's all.
Pushing myself to my feet, I'm going to sneer at this thing and say, "You ignorant little twat, let me teach you what a real hit is like." As my voice deepens, I'm going to turn into an ape with
Ape.
V-shape.
Okay, let me see if I have that one ready for you already. I don't, so let me get you... Which kind of an ape?
It's just a standard ape.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to drop that next to you as well.
Thank you.
And then let me assign that character sheet to you. Takes roll 20 a minute to load everything in. Only an average ape, he says. All players can be edited by Valicia, controlled by Valicia. It should show up for you in just a second.
Yeah, it's shown up, I think.
I mean, the character sheet in the journal should show up in a second. All right, there you go.
Yep.
All right, so you are Circle of the Land, so that was your action. But now this sailback is very confused, as where a moment ago there was a merfolk, which it's familiar with as prey. Now there's this ape there, which is not what it saw before, and that's confusing. About the same size, maybe a little beefier, but yeah, you are now in that form. Do you stay there, or do you do anything else? Do you have a bonus action?
I think that would be my turn for now.
Okay, Ellie, what do you do? This thing has taken a little bit of damage, but not too much.
So Ellie was just refilling her water container away from everybody else and just kind of looks over and is like, "Oh, what'd you guys do? Why?" So she pulls out the barnacle branch, which starts steaming, and then she casts Scorching Ray.
Oh,
and
yeah.
sends
Give me those
three
attack
blast
rolls.
right for it, which I had to click 3 times. I learned last night.
Yep, click 3. That's right.
Okay, so for that last attack, that first attack, I'm going to use my wild magic feature that allows me to roll it again.
You mean at advantage?
I think that's what it does. It allows me to re-roll something as I want. I think
Yeah,
it's the same.
you're using. It sounds like you're using maybe Tides of Chaos so that you can kind of get advantage on one roll.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. So the first one's at advantage. So the first, we'll say that hit it one more time.
Yeah. There's so much clicking. There we go.
There we go. So two of them will hit for a total of 21 fire. So how does it look when you cast out this Scorching Ray?
So 3 of the barnacles on the wand, the entire thing is steaming, but 3 of them, fire just erupts from them like little spheres. Just kind of form out of the barnacles, kind of hover there, and then fly right towards it and just start bashing it on the side of the head.
I see. Well, it definitely takes it. It's starting to look a little bit worse for wear. It was just expecting a snack and starting to get a little bit of a fight. So it is going to try to crunch down.
Wait.
I'm sorry?
I'm not done yet.
Oh, you got a bonus action. All right.
Yep, I'm going to use Quicken Spell
Okay.
to cast just another firebolt at it.
Okay. Sounds good. Oh, yeah. So the firebolt streaks through the air, hits it in the side of the head.
Aha! I know, I have one more thing that I'm going to do. I just saw this. I'm going to spend a sorcery point, and I'm going to re-roll that damage roll, see if I can get it higher. Because those are all things I can do.
I mean, from the other Scorching Ray.
Nope, from that. It's called Empowered Spell Meta Magic. It allows me to re-roll.
Can you use more than one sorcery point in a turn?
Empowered Spell is the only one that has an exception. You're allowed to use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds
it's the
good.
one that actually says you
Then
can
give me
reuse
that
it.
damage reroll.
Okay, that was stupid of me, but
Okay.
So now it only does 1 damage instead of 5.
Do you have to use the new roll, or do you just take the higher of the two?
No, you gotta use the new roll.
Okay. All right.
I mean, you got a natural 20, but... No, you didn't get a natural 20. You got a...
You got a mod 20. It's
That
fine.
doesn't matter. It's the damage. I was just re-rolling damage.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I knew what you were doing. I got you. I got you, buddy. All right. So this snapping sailback is a bit confused. As I said, it just wanted a snack, and it's getting more than it thought. So it's going to try to crunch down one more time on Alante. There's an 18
Oh, no.
hit your armor?
Yes. Yes, of course it does.
Okay.
So she's restrained, so that's technically at advantage.
Yeah, it's fine. She's already... It doesn't matter. She's down, and I'm not going to try to crit her.
Thanks, mate.
I'm just keeping with the rules.
That's fair. No, that's fair. You're correct. So she is unconscious there, and then it's going to lash out at the ape.
Oh my
God.
gosh. D20, I think you... not D20, roll 20. I think you're... Here, sir.
So get
So yeah, that hits.
it's a strength save from using the ape's strength.
Yep. That is.
All right, so the ape is knocked
Again?
prone as well, and the sailback is then, with Alante in its jaws, going to dive under the water.
No!
Oh no.
You can still see it, but the bulk of its body is under the water. What do you do, Artanok?
I'm going to fire at that son of a bitch.
All right, yeah, you can. You still got view on it.
So,
Oh, a 13 will miss.
god damn it. I'm gonna move closer
Okay.
so I can, keep an eye on it. Not enough for it to. I mean, if it moves to me and attacks me, that's one. That's all I can do.
Okay. One of you, I think Valicia's got the mic close to their mouth. Looks like we're getting a little bit of breathing noise. All right. So, Alante, can you give me within your character sheet? You can click on the death saving throw.
Oh, goody. I
Oh.
would love to.
You might get a natural 20 and recover.
That would be awesome. I'm not holding my breath. Ha ha ha, get it.
I get it.
So close.
All right, so that's one success. You can mark one success on that track. That's good. That's better than a failure.
It is.
Valicia, this thing is a good 30 feet from you. What do you do?
And I'd been so looking forward to pushing it with my fists. I'm going to reach down to the shore. Am I capable of moving 5 feet towards it?
Sure. Yeah, you're not restrained. You were knocked down, so it takes half your movement to stand up, and then you've got half of your movement left in your ape form.
Which is 15 feet.
Okay.
Not enough to get closer to it. So instead I'm going to reach down, pick up a rock, and hurl it at it.
All right.
Please be good.
That's enough to hit it. Oh, yeah, you clock it pretty good.
Jealous.
Yeah, and it kind of shakes loose for a moment. It was not expecting all of this. Ellie, you can still see it. What do you do?
I can still see it. How far away is it?
You said you were a little further away, weren't you?
Yeah. Am I within like 60 feet?
Yes. Oh, for sure.
Okay. Can I get to its mouth in 60 feet? That's
I'll say yes. Tell me what you're trying to do. With this sort of kind of narrative combat, you know, it's always tell me what you're trying to do, and I will find a way for us to try to do it. I won't guarantee it'll succeed, but we can certainly try it.
So I'm gonna rush forward. Ellie's gonna rush forward after seeing it dive under with Ride. And she's going to use Misty Step to get beside its mouth so that she can try and get Alante out of its jaws.
So you're going to try to make the escape check for her?
Yes.
Okay, so give me an athletics or acrobatics. Give me an athletics check if you're trying to pry him apart enough for Alante to float out. Athletics check. It is a. Fortunately, you're not quite. You get a good grip in there, and you're pulling, but its teeth are so pushed in that you're unable to get it all the way apart. Nice try, though. That's really good. I wouldn't have thought of that at all.
I appreciate you.
I want my ship. Don't die.
I appreciate that.
That is all she's yelling right now. It's like, you can't die. I need my ship.
Okay. Do you have any bonus action or anything you want to try?
The bonus action was Misty Step.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Thank you for reminding me. All right. Treasure token to you as well for trying to help your unconscious ally. The snapping sailback at that point is going to let go and reach around trying to bite you. That is Ellie.
Yep.
And that means that it lets go of Alante,
Hey.
chomps at Ellie.
Woo!
Oh, you are.
Oh no, I'm still up, but that fucking sucked.
I only have so many spell slots. Don't kill yourself.
And because you are in its jaws, it can't use its tail against you, and the ape is far enough back, so no one's going to take the tail attack this round. Artanok, what do you do?
I'm firing again. Hope not, in vain.
Take a careful aim.
I
Oh, yeah! Plus your
Oh,
hunter's...
God.
Roll your hunter's mark damage.
Right. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So at this point, you're starting to see blood seep out from this dinosaur into the water, and the water's starting to turn a little bit crimson there, as it is now taking significant damage. Alante, can you give me your saving throw, please? Roll a 20.
I'm working on it.
Okay, well, that's a success anyway.
Just stabilize so I can drown to death.
Yes. And you're kind of floating there in the water, so hopefully nothing that you don't. But you're not. It takes a while before you start drowning, so you're fine from that for now. Valicia, what do you do?
For what it's worth.
I assume I'm within 30 feet of...
Yes, you are within 30 feet.
Literally roaring in rage, I'm going to charge up to it, and... Now, I've not really done a druid before. I assume they can use the multi-attack option
Yes,
if the creature has it.
correct.
In that case, I'm going to clobber it with both my fists.
All right.
So that's 2 fist attacks. That's not rolling. That's the first.
First one hits.
That's the second.
They both hit. So you're pounding. What part of the dinosaur are you trying to hit, or are you hitting? Not trying. You succeeded.
Normally I'd say I'd go for the head, but considering one of my allies is in its jaws, I'll just try and go for the neck instead.
All right. Yeah,
No longer.
you are definitely bruising it there in its
Oh, never mind.
in its neck muscles, and it's got this long, extended, iridescent neck, and you've given it 2 good, solid wallops. Anything else on your turn?
I don't think I have anything as a bonus action, so no, that'd be everything.
Ellie, you are grappled in this thing and restrained. And obviously you're bleeding pretty badly. What do you do?
Oh yeah. She kind of looks over at Atlantica and is like, "I got you out. I got you." And then she's gonna shove her hand down the thing's throat and cast Burning Hands.
Okay. I'm going to say that it's going to have disadvantage on the saves because of the way that you're doing that. Which is good. So it's going to take 7 fire damage. And in fact, I'm going to say that at this point, it's going to release you because it's like got this flamethrower going down its gullet while there's an ape on the back of it. And it was just wanted a snack. You do anything else, Ellie?
I'm away.
And there's steam coming up from the from this pond now, as the flames, your magically created flames, hit the water, and there's a cloud of fog above you.
Okay, so I actually have one more sorcery point left, so I'm actually going to use that to see if I can get better damage on the Burning Hands.
Okay.
You're
I love doing that.
You did. You got one more damage on it.
Cool, and then I'm going to try and swim away.
Okay. Yeah, and it let go of you at that point. So yeah, you swim away.
I'm going to try and bump Atlanta towards the shore as I'm swimming, like, "We got this! We got this!" as I'm bleeding out in the water.
It's going to lash out with its tail at the ape. It didn't have disadvantage, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that easily hits.
And then it is going to continue to swim away. And it swims pretty fast. It swims much faster than you would have thought given its size. Artanok, it's still within your range because you've got a longbow. It swam another 50 feet. Do you want to take a shot at it, or do you want to go get your friends?
I'm gonna fire at it because Ellie's got it. So, yeah, that.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And
Look at that. Yes.
that doesn't kill it, Kyle. I'm being
That
very
does.
sad.
No, describe how this arrow kills it.
Oh gosh. So I'm gonna pull my bow back as far as I can, aiming down the arrowhead's sight, and just pretty much wait until it's almost out of my ability to fire. And Is it actually swimming away?
Yes,
or
it's
is
trying
it
to. It is swimming directly away from you.
Okay. Where I am a Beastmaster and I've probably frequented these forests quite a lot. Spots on some of these creatures, or like the roundabouts.
So you take a shot at its head, and yeah, it pierces through its skull, comes out the other side. It splashes and flails in the water for just a second or two, and then goes still and rolls over on its side, floating there. However, Alante is still in bad shape. Alante, what do you do? Well, no, actually, Alante needs a death save.
That's saving
And
throw.
you stabilize. Yeah.
Hey.
As long as somebody can get you out of the water so you don't start drowning.
Yeah, Ellie's dragging her out of the water.
Okay,
Ellie's
so...
like, you can't die! I want that ship so bad!
So yeah, with an ally pulling you out, it doesn't take long. They pull you out, and you are unconscious but stable. What do you all do at this point?
Having lost the form of the ape due to that tail, and being in very, very bad shape, I'm just going to stand there in the water, push my hands down my front, and say, "Well, that was a fine mess, wasn't it?" And as I do so, I'm casting Cure Wounds on myself
Good call.
at second level, because I need it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to flick Ellie in the forehead and cure wounds her, and then heal Alante as well. And then the moment that I'm done with all of that, I am. Everyone will probably need to rest a little bit, so I'm actually going to try and see if I can recover the corpse from the water, because I'd like to skin some of it.
It'll take a lot of effort. You can. It's floating there. Give me your cure wounds rolls there.
Sure. Do I just tap the spell? Is that how that works?
Yeah, just
Yep. There's a yeah.
One more time.
Yeah, here, you do it, because I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, there's something weird going on.
It'll be asking you what level you want to
Yeah, it
cast
might
it
be
at.
asking you to level.
It is not.
She may not have additional levels on that.
She doesn't, but it's not letting her cast it for some reason.
Are you pressing the red button, maybe? Like the little red
No,
thing?
but it's not the red button. Here, let me do it.
Okay.
It's asking the level. There you go. So.
Yeah. Okay, so the level doesn't pop up on the iPad.
Interesting. And then you were doing one on Alante as well. So 6 on Ellie, 7 on Alante, and Alante. You come to consciousness, and you see this Sun Empire hunter with his hand on your forehead. What are you thinking as you come to your consciousness and see him saving you?
I think I'm probably choking up water. So I'm also pretty familiar with healing spells, so I think that I might intuit what has just happened.
Okay.
It is
Ellie's
a bit
still
strange
dragging
having
you to
a
shore.
stranger that close to me. Yeah. Just pull away just a little bit to give myself some space, and then attempt to recover non-embarrassing manner.
So you're all there, kind of dripping on in front of this large sculpture in this spring. Do you want to rest here or press on? What do you all plan to do?
Oh yeah, let's definitely rest. Ellie's just like, yeah, I got. Her arm is just flooded with holes from the creature. She's got holes in her side. Just like, they're mostly healed over, so I'm not bleeding to death at least. But let me take a nap.
You all can rest. I'm gonna go get that what did you call it again, Kyle?
It is a snapping sailback.
I will go for the sailback because I want to try and to get it. I know you. I don't think I actually went through with. Do you need an athletics check?
No, you're going to be able to kind of... It might take a little bit of time. You're able to kind of wrestle it onto the shore. And are you trying to butcher it or skin it or just take some feathers from it? What are you trying to do?
Whatever I can do in the allotted time that they're
So are
giving
y'all
me.
taking a short rest or a long rest?
At least a short rest.
So kind
Just a short rest because Alante wants to go over to Allie. And her hand, and she kind of looks like maybe she's preparing to say something, but then she just says, "Thank you," and gives her some cure wounds. Then she's gonna walk away.
Aww. So
I was
close
just
to
kinda
a breakthrough
Lakes
moment.
for a moment, and it's like, what kind of boat are you gonna get me? Now that I saved your life, what kind of boat are you?
I will literally say you're a bitch as I'm pulling the dinosaur.
The best one I can find.
Sweet.
Okay, so if you're taking a short rest, you can all spend hit dice as you desire to recover health. Recover hit points, rather. So you can literally click on the hit dice there in the character sheet, and it'll roll it for you, including your Constitution modifier, like Alicia did there.
If I'm able to get some feathers, I want to actually give at least one to.
It's 13 HP to Ellie.
Okay.
Oh shit. I'm getting HP. Oh shit. I didn't realize I was getting more HP. Oh no. Yay.
Wait, oh yeah, where's the oh no in that?
Well, because I just spent my hit dice.
Oh, you're all right.
13 plus.
You'll recover half of your hit dice on your next long rest anyway.
Well, I didn't even need to spend those last two. It only would have taken me one to get
You're all right.
that extra. Oh boy. Nope, go down.
enough.
Nope, other way.
No crying. No crying.
Ooh, nice.
Nice, Alante. You got max recovery on that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Keela getting the most.
All right, now that you've kind of recovered your strength, and Artanok, you said you took some feathers and gave them to whom?
Well, I wanted to skin and remove from sailback as much as I possibly could.
Okay.
But when we're all done, I'd like to, if I had gotten some feathers,
Oh yeah.
keeping some for myself, I'd also like to give one to each of the girls. Say, here, trophy. Keep it if you want.
So, give me a survival roll. The feathers are easy. Feathers for sure.
Because I definitely wanted some skin and some teeth.
Yeah, so you definitely are able to pull out quite a few teeth, and a good bit of skin from the back, which is more iridescent, more reflective than the rest of it. As well as if you want that, it has this large fin shaped like a sail that you're able to recover as well.
Yes, hell yes.
And then you can get several pounds of meat. You have rations, but if you want, you can get meat to take with you.
I would love to get meat. Yeah.
Okay.
Feed it to shark bait. Give him the essence of the sailback so that he may become the sailback.
This isn't that time I reincarnated.
You are
This
what
is
you
fun.
eat.
No, not that anime. But yeah, save some meat for us and for shark bait, obviously, because he
Great.
deserves some lovins too.
Sure. All right. So after your short rest, do you press on through the forest?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
If everyone's up for it.
1,000,000% staying more observant than I have ever been before.
All right. So as you continue on, the next day, let me clear that off. The mist of the mountains clears completely, and you are fully in a rainforest is all sorts of animal movement within the foliage. There's all sorts of sound from the, especially from the birds in particular. As you are now in an area known as the unclaimed territory. In particular, Artodoc and anybody else who is keeping watch can give me a perception check.
You know what? I'll help.
I'll probably keep an eye out as well.
Oh yeah.
God damn it!
I mean, we were just half eaten, so.
So this has been this is the next day. So you've recovered your hit points and half of your hit dice and your spell slots. So this next day, you see not a beast, but a person trying to kind of hide from you in the forest, but like following you. What do you do?
I'm assuming I don't even see them with.
Yeah, Artanok does not see. Does not take notice.
like-
You're looking basically you're just looking the other way, and the others are kind of looking around and they there.
So I was gonna send a message, a silent message to Alante and be like, I can kill them pretty easily. I'm not a fan
do
of people
that.
stalking us through the forest, jungle.
If they prove themselves to be a threat, and then I'm gonna send a message, person that we saw,
Okay.
um,
What does the message say?
and to say, friend, we are no threat to you if you are no threat to us.
What
You can
language?
reply to this message.
What language do you use when you send this message?
I'll use common.
Okay.
I assume that's like kind of the trade language.
Yeah. There's like a kind of a a lingua franca that everyone can use. Let me take off this. You are no longer unconscious. We don't need that on there anymore. I'm trying to remember. I want to say that there's. I'm pulling up your character sheet to see. Yeah, there's common, merfolk, siren. You speak a lot of different languages as a knowledge cleric. And this person stops and comes out a little bit sheepishly, keeping their kind of hands up. They recognize that there are several of you and only one of him. And you see a tall vampire, much like yourself. He's got dark hair, sunken eyes, pallid skin. His eyes are kind of all looking around, constantly darting around, and he's kind of crouching and shaking a little bit. He has
cute.
the tattered robes of the clergy of the Legion of Dusk. And there you go.
Do I know him?
Um,
All vampires know each other, but
all
do I
vampires know
him?
each other. Give me an intelligence check. You don't recognize him as an individual. What you do recognize is that he has a symbol of the prophet Arguel, of whom he is an apostle. And he approaches you all with his hands raised, and he says, "Friends, allies, I believe that we proceed to the same temple. Let me join you."
Why should we let someone like you join us?
Silence. I will take care of this.
I have had a vision from my prophet Arguel. I have seen the Hierophant's chalice, which, as you know, Alante, is the exact artifact that you are in search of. But there is much that you do not know, and we can be of assistance to each other.
We would be happy to accept, but know that if you betray us, there are more of us than there are of you.
You speak wisely, yes.
Yes, why don't you go further, why don't you?
Friend, we all wish only to serve, huh? It is about a half a day, and he kind of indicates the general direction where you are headed, but he seems to know the specific way to go.
So Ellie's going to just kind of like saunter up to him and kind of just like get right up in his face. It's like, I don't serve anybody, first of all, except for myself. And more importantly, you seem to know where you're going pretty well. If you lead us into a trap of any kind, you will be the first that I turn to ashes.
Oh,
And then she pats his cheek and turns around to start walking the way that they were going.
all right.
Do I consider Arguel to be an ally or an enemy or kind of a neutral party?
Sort of a neutral party, yeah.
Okay. Right.
So yeah, he is happy to lead you directly to it. And as he's going, he warns you, you must know there is in the area of the temple a night horror, a night creature that murders. We must be very careful. I warn you now.
We'll also take this opportunity. I feel like up until this point, I've been keeping the map that I have to myself, not letting anyone else see it. But now that we're this close and we're with him, I think I'm going to pull it out and actually share it so everyone kind of knows what's going on and what.
And
He
what?
said I do a treasure map that I stole.
Yeah, you have that map.
At least that leads to the temple. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So, what do you tell Mavrin, as he is named?
I think I'll present it as I have a map, guys. As if I'm asking him for his advice. Spread it out for everyone to see.
Yes, I believe that we do in fact seek the same holy artifact. This will be...
And
I'm sorry?
when we find the artifact, what is your plan then?
I wish only to bring glory and seek the guidance of Arguel, who has perished these many years ago. We will pray together when we find it, and we will see what it is that we are instructed to do.
That is acceptable. I assume that I want to take it back to my faction.
Right,
His
so
plan.
this chalice is rumored to be able to create an endless supply of blood, so that if you are able to find it, then the vampires would no longer need to conquer and kill to feed themselves, and thus it would bring some measure anyway of peace to the land. That's the thing.
Okay. As we begin to travel, I want with him a little more
Okay.
properties and peace, and kind of the idea that it being held by a powerful faction for safety would be the best course of action.
I'm sorry.
Not quite presenting it as like that type of thing.
Say that last part
I
again.
want to suggest to him that a faction having possession of the chalice than any one person.
Give me a persuasion check, please. He says, well, we will pray and seek guidance. I appreciate what you say, but it is certainly that we must find and learn and gather. Yes, gather together.
You will seek Argwell's guidance.
Yes, I will seek Argwell's guidance. We will pray to the Dusk Queen. Yes.
Well, I mean, so you go ahead.
As you are proceeding through the jungle, you see ahead the ruins of an old campsite. You don't see anyone there. It seems like it's been there for some time. Maybe whoever was there was killed by local wildlife or abandoned it for some unknown reason. But you see, several tents that have been broken down, a couple of chests, and some broken weapons. What do you do?
There's some chests, you said?
Indeed.
Are they all broken, or is it only a couple of them?
One of them looks like it's fairly intact. And in fact, all three of you who have a treasure token can roll a d20, and the highest person will get to use their treasure token for the hidden plunder.
Oh, you know what? I like that idea. Let's do it.
And I choose to save mine.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm not going to roll a 20 anyway.
on
So.
my treasure? Do I get like 2 treasures for the price
You
of
don't.
one?
You don't. There's no critical treasure roll.
Critical treasure.
That's not how. Yeah. Roll me a d6 if you would.
All right.
A 4. You have found. This one. Oh, this is nice. This is what
nice.
you have found a prying blade.
Ooh.
Ah.
Ooh, it's a short sword. Do I have proficiency with short swords? I don't think I have proficiency.
Everybody has proficiency with short sword, I think. It's a simple weapon.
No, sorcerers don't.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
sorcerers are weird. They have their own little.
Very, very short proficiency list.
Yeah, I think it's like daggers, quarterstaffs, like crossbows. They might have.
You could still use the advantage, though, I think.
Yeah, you can use it as a tool regardless.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I would not be able to use that as a weapon, but as a tool, definitely.
Right.
Awesome.
I mean, you can still use it. You just don't have the proficiency, right?
Yeah.
So you can still use it.
Yeah, fancy grappling hook.
Right. As you continue closer to the jungle, or through the jungle rather, nearly hidden by the jungle, you do find, after several hours of traveling, a temple hidden by vines, overgrown. Its broad steps lead up to this darkened entrance and are caked with a red-black substance. It is completely and absolutely silent in the area around the temple, as though the area is devoid of life.
I don't like this.
Mavrin tells
I
you,
like
we
it.
must enter quickly before we wake the creature in this area. It is at this point late afternoon, close to sundown, but not quite.
I will turn to Valicia and say, I think this is time for another one of your tricks.
Yes,
and-
yes, of course, I must serve, so I must serve. It's really getting tiring, having to pick up your incompetence, no matter. And
Right,
again,
you
the
are
ash,
chaotic good, right?
the ash and the, I think, spruce comes out and is consumed in the spells. Pass without a trace.
Okay. All of you, please give me a stealth check it'll be at a +10.
Oh my gosh.
Roll
I'm
20's
selected.
being
Why didn't it
very
work?
slow for
Oh,
me
did it work?
right now. There we go.
Yeah, that took a while.
Yeah. So I'm like, come on. Yes. So at a group stealth check, yep. With this deeper silence, you notice that as you walk, you don't even leave footprints in the stone and this unknown red-black substance on the steps. You don't even make any footprints in it or near it. As you enter the temple, there is a single chamber with a ceiling 30 feet high, and it is completely silent. There's a strong stench in the air. The temperature is significantly cooler here than it was outside in that dank, humid rainforest. In the center of the chamber, there's a lone altar upon which lies a corpse. What do you do?
Could I quickly ask a question as the player to the DM?
Yeah.
Just to clarify something. On Valicia's character sheet, it says the bio bit. The last sentence is that she knows the interior well. Can I just check, is that referring to the temple?
Let me see I'm pointing up here to see what it says. But roll 20 is being really slow. Yes, that last sentence. You know not the interior. You know the interior of the land, of the whole land, and you have heard that this temple contains a dark, unnatural force that you want to expel.
Oh, okay. So it's the kind of the land that she knows well,
Right.
not the temple itself.
Right.
Okay.
But you've heard of this temple. You know of it.
Okay. So thanks. I just wanted to clarify.
Sure. So all of you, it's very dark in here. If you don't have dark vision, it's almost impossible to see in here unless you bring forth your own light source of some sort. Mavrin looks at you, his eyes going a little wild. This is it. This is the place. What do you do?
Do I detect any magic?
Do you casting detect magic? Are you casting it as a ritual or with the spell slot?
Slot.
I'm sorry?
Slot.
Okay. As you do that, while she is in the casting that spell, and she's starting to get a vision of the magical auras that definitely are in here, what do the rest of you do during that time?
I'm just keeping my eyes open and watching with my bow at the ready.
Okay.
I'm basically completely blind right now, so I'm getting out a torch, tinderbox, and trying to get some light so I can see.
And Ellie,
Yeah, I'm blind too.
Ellie, what are you doing?
Here, just 1 second.
Here.
Did we go in the temple yet? Does anyone have a light source? By chance?
Yeah, Valicia is about to light a torch.
Felicia's about to light a torch. Well, as soon as she takes out the torch, Ellie just kind of snaps her finger and uses prestidigitation, and then just stands beside the mermaid. It's like, yep, I'm blind in the dark too.
Okay, so you, Alante, as you cast Detect Magic, you do see there's a chalice in the hands of that corpse on the altar that is certainly glowing with necromantic magic. However, you notice something else. You start to see objects, not magical, but not objects, creatures hanging from the ceiling inside, and a demonic creature. And I need everyone to roll initiative. Actually, you know what? This is where we're going to take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to do this fight against the demon here in the temple.
Was a demon?
So we'll be right back, folks. Just get a quick drink, bio break, etc., etc.
Babies.
There's no
For,
harm in
like, kind of
casting a spell and then
faith.
going beast.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm back.
But keep in mind that you wouldn't be able to do both in the same turn because you don't have the bonus action shift.
Oh yeah, I know. But then Flaming Sphere is a good damage anyway. And then I can do it as a bonus action every round after.
That's true. As a fire mage myself, I absolutely approve of fire.
I'm back,
So
by
we're
the way.
burning on the temple.
Is Alante back?
I'm here.
She
Okay.
never left.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I really had. We actually don't have long left, but I really had to step away. So here we go.
Kyle,
That's cool.
so
I'm
I do want
usually
to remind
good
you,
for it.
Kyle, that you can at any point where I cast a level spell do the wild magic thing.
Yes, please do.
Oh yes, when you cast a leveled spell, correct.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fun times.
What? I'm confused.
And wild magic has its own table thing where whenever the sorcerer casts a leveled spell, the DM can be like, yeah, okay, now roll a d20. And if you roll a natural 1, you roll on the magic effects, and then one of like 50 different effects happen.
Oh, so it only happens in one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's kind of lame, honestly. I'd rather it just happen. Just
Well,
so that
there's two different things, right? Let me pull this up here.
Oh, maybe it's the Tides of Chaos.
Yeah, you use Tides of Chaos, which is a different thing.
No, Tides of Chaos is the one
The
for-
natural one is on the when you cast a leveled spell at any time. Tides of Chaos is, which is already passed because you've had a long rest since then. Tides of Chaos is you can gain advantage on one attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, and then before the next long rest, I can have you roll on the Wild Magic Surge table immediately after you cast that spell of first level or higher, and then you get your Tides of Chaos back. But in general, for you, every time you cast the spell at first level, you should roll a d20, and if you get a 1, then you have it.
That makes sense.
So remember that here. So yeah, everybody select your tokens, roll initiative, and we're going to have several things happening here.
Not good.
Oh, there's my natural 1. You know what? I'm going to use my Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage because that sucks.
It is an ability check.
That's slightly better.
I'm just waiting for Roll20 to load in the monsters.
No, buddy, stop crying.
Oh, plural. Yay.
Stop crying.
Why so slow?
I have a baby on my head.
There
Ah.
you go. There's one. And then you have these giant bat-like things hanging inside. There are several of those. And then you see this other demonic looking monster there.
Eat a bottle.
And we are going to roll them into initiative as soon as... Come on, Roll20. Okay. This. And... I don't know what's going on with their sight. This is unusually slow today.
It wasn't doing that the whole time. It was just like the last half hour or so.
Right. And then you know yourselves to be in the Temple of Aklazats. That's what several of you know the name of this place to be. All right. So we're going to sort. I can't. Even the sort button is not coming up very quickly. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Nope, still hasn't sorted. There we go. The vampire cleric that is with you screams out as he sees this demon, and he says, "Master, I have brought the sacrifices."
Oh, we should have killed him.
Dead now.
And he is going to rush at Litza with his dagger, slashing twice.
I knew I should.
Oh my god!
Aren't those natural 20.
Those are
Those
both
are-
natural 20.
2 crits.
Wow. Impressive.
That's
Fuckball.
At least
fortunately
the
it's
damage
only a
is not
dagger.
bad.
That's still 13 points of damage.
It is. And Artonok, it's dark in here. Well, no, it's not because Valicia is holding up a torch. So
Yeah.
Artonok, what do you do? It's dimly lit. You can see them.
I'm firing arrows straight. What is the name? What?
You're at the vampire or the beasts or the demon.
I forgot the most important thing of being a hunter. Hunter's mark.
Okay,
And
so
then I will attack the vampire.
Hunter's mark on the vampire. Okay.
Marvelous.
Okay. Alright. Yeah.
Got it. And then are you taking a shot at him? Oh, yeah. Roll your Hunter's Mark damage as well.
I'm doing this one-handed, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I know you got a baby in your hands.
Yes, I'm feeding this fat child.
Yes, you hit him right in his chest, and he staggers back for a moment, looks down, and bares his long teeth at you and says, "Nothing will stop me. I am immortal." Alante, what do you do?
I will say that was a mistake. Because he's right there in front of me, I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds.
Oh, yeah, you can definitely reach out and touch him.
Fuck him up. Be good to me.
Anything past the mic.
Oh, you definitely
Heck
hit.
yes.
So you reach out and you feel some of his life draining from him. But what you know is that as a vampire, he, as an undead himself, it doesn't hurt him as badly as it might otherwise. However, you did so much anyway that you can definitely feel he is significantly weakened now, and his face looks even more pallid than it did before. Do you do anything else, Alante?
Mess him up if he betrayed us, so
I'm sorry?
I'm not a liar. No, I'm good. I'm just gonna keep fucking him up until he's dead.
Okay. Valicia, you're holding a torch in one hand. What do you do?
This demon, does it look like it's flight capable?
This demon does definitely have large, powerful wings.
So that wouldn't be very useful. That means I need to change my plans. I'm going to reach out towards. Sorry. What the hell? I'll do this instead. So I'm going to reach into the pouch. I've got fly around me. The pouch on my belt. Pull out a small bundle of tallow, brimstone, and powdered iron. And as it starts smouldering in my palms, a 5-foot diameter sphere of fire is going to appear right next to the bastard that betrayed us. And then I'm going to slam that flaming sphere right into his arse.
Okay, so the flaming sphere appears. I pull this one up.
Oh, right, I forgot to click it. There's it.
Okay, so he's gonna. Right. Yes, there we go. So, what's you're casting it into Mavrin? You said so. Since you're pushing it into him, he's gonna make his dex save now, and then also when they end their turn within 5 feet of it. So, Dex save. 20, which is... So, give me a 2d6 and I'll take half of that in fire damage. Yes. His cloak catches fire and he screams in pain. And now there is light everywhere and everyone can see. What else do you do?
That was my action to cast, my bonus action to move it, so that's everything.
Okay.
I'm going to back up about 10 feet.
Sure. So you're kind of standing maybe just right at the entrance now. These
Oh yes.
these very large bats. Let me show them to you.
That needs a snuggle.
Yeah, that needs a snuggle. And in fact, the first one comes to snuggle you, Artanok.
Damn it.
Boop it. Boop it.
I totally poop.
You boop it?
Snoot.
Oh, roll 20. Come on. Don't be so slow. Why? Why? Is it a particularly busy time today? I guess. Right. So it's going to try to bite you, first of all, Artanok. And miss tremendous. Yeah, so as you're coming up to boop it, it's so confused that it just misses you completely and is there, right there in front of you. Then another one tries to bite Alante there, which does 3 damage. And then finally on Ellie for 5 on Ellie. The demon now unfurls itself. In fact, let me show you what this looks like.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah, he's fun. He's fun. And lets out this horrific screech. And I need all of you to give me a Constitution save, and that's actually going to affect your friend as well. Oh, he fails bad. Oh, he didn't have
Oh,
it
I
down.
accidentally hit dexterity. I'm sorry.
Oop.
Yikes.
Still sucks.
So, all of you, except for Ellie, are stunned until the end of Zot's next turn.
Holy.
That's not that bad.
That's not too bad. That sucks.
Ellie, you have managed to shake it off. What do you do?
I like kind of rub my ear a little bit, I'm like, fucking loud. You dumb. And I look over at Marvin, and I'm like, you dumb piece of shit. And I'm gonna pull out my wand. I'd be like, I told you, you'd be the first to be incinerated. And I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray.
Okay, he automatically failed. Because he is stunned, he automatically fails his dex saves.
This is the attack roll. Scorching Ray doesn't.
Oh, that's
do-
right. Well, the attack has advantage.
Awesome. So I hate how this is done. Actually, I gotta hit the advantage button, so I'm just gonna roll this one again.
Oh!
So, yeah, that first one kills him, so you still got 2 more rays, but describe what happens to this guy.
So I pull around the wand. It's still steaming again. One of the barnacles opens up, and I'm like, I told you, to ashes with you. And I'll light him up and just wait until he falls to ashes.
Okay, you've got 2 more rays. What are they hitting?
And then I'll send the other 2 at Zon's.
Zots. Okay, that's good. You do not have advantage on those. That's fine. 22 and 24. Yes, those will both hit. Now that the rolls are working in your... Actually, I take that... Oh, yeah. Yep. Okay. Definitely does all the damage to it.
Awesome.
Anything else, Ellie?
Level spell.
Oh, yeah, please roll your D20.
I was wondering if you wanted to give me back my Tides of Chaos yet.
You got it back at the end of your long's rest.
Oh, yeah, but I used it for my initiative.
Oh, well, yes. First of all, roll me a D100.
Buddy, you can't play. You're too young.
Ooh, 42. I don't remember what that
Good.
does.
40.
I don't have a table.
I thought I just had... Oh, yeah, I do have it in front of me. Here we go. 42. You turn into a potted plant.
Yes!
No!
Until the start of your next turn. While a plant, you are incapacitated and have vulnerability to all damage.
Yes!
Why are you
That's
so
awesome.
happy? You're gonna die.
Well, how much HP does Potted Plant have again? Because there isn't HP. And if it
No,
breaks,
you just
I-
have your HP. But
Oh,
all
right,
damage
I
hits you
dropped
twice
zero.
as hard. If you drop to 0 HP, then you will revert to your regular form.
I'm so happy.
So, yep.
Why?
So I love Tides of Chaos.
So all of you see Ellie lashing out with this fire, and all of a sudden there's this flash of arcane energy, and she is a potted petunia. Maverick
The
gets
hell is
no
that
more.
even useful?
You know, it's a gamble. It's wild. Wild magic surge. Artanok, you are stunned. Alante is stunned.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
I'm
Vo-
stunned.
Valicia is stunned.
Oh god.
The Blight Keepers are not stunned. And I clicked. I'm very frustrated with roll 20 today, and I apologize for my frustrations. And I apologize for roll 20.
Oh, actually, quick question.
Yes.
Because I backed away, would I actually have been within 20 feet?
Yeah,
of
because it's
Zots?
it's a 30-foot wide chamber, so it's only 15 feet from the center to the edge.
Oh, okay. Okay then.
So actually, I forgot the Blight Keepers had to make their saves too.
Sorry, I guess he wants to play as well.
Of course he
Oh,
does.
no.
Only one of them is able to act, and that's the one that's on Ellie.
As a potted plant. Come at
Who
me.
is a potted plant, and therefore you have vulnerability to this damage. And you're not stunned, are you?
No, I'm
No,
incapacitated.
you're
Which means that it has
incapacitated.
advantage.
Yeah, no, the attacks do not have advantage. You could you just can't take actions or reactions. This attack is not an advantage.
They do. Well, they get a natural 20, but it automatically counts as a crit as well, even though it already did.
Incapacitated is only can't take actions or reactions. That's all. However, because you have vulnerability, you take 18 damage as it bites into the plant.
You hear the plant screech at me.
That's not even possible.
It's silent screeching pain.
Zots has its turn back, and you are all still stunned until the end of its turn. And so it's going to fly at Litza. No, it's going to fly at Artanok. Artanok with its beak and talons. So comes in, tries to hit Artanok. Does a 13 hit you?
No.
No,
15 is my almond class.
Okay, good. And then the talons. That will hit you for 7 slashing.
Ren, you need to hush. You said
And-
7?
It's 7. And now all of you recover from that sound. Ellie, it's your turn. There is a Blight Keeper right in front of you in your face. What do you do?
Well, first, I revert back to my plot.
Plot?
My pot.
Yes, you revert back from your pot.
I just pop back up and I'm like, I hate being the plane. The plane is the worst. And I'm gonna catch Scorching Ray again.
Okay, they'll be at disadvantage because you have a creature within melee range, within 5 feet of you.
First one on that, I'm gonna use my Time of Chaos again
Hang on
to
just a sec.
Lily,
quit! Be quiet!
So it's just a normal ray for the first one. A normal roll, right? How that works?
Yeah. Yeah, they cancel out.
I'm sorry, I had to go yell at a kid.
Look, I know they're talking, but you need to be quiet.
Yeah.
No, not your kid, my kid.
Oh, ours is also making a lot of sounds. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cuter when yours does it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're doing it. Are you using Tides of Chaos to make the first one at normal?
Yeah.
Okay, so the 15 will hit it for 10. You've got 2 more, and the other 2 will be at disadvantage.
All right. Is that one still up?
It is still up for now.
Okay. Then I will send the next one at it,
Misses.
and then the last one at it.
The,
Crap, I keep hitting it. I keep hitting it.
yeah, it's fine. I know, it's slow. The 16 does hit it for 7. It's fine.
Okay.
Any bonus action?
You know what? Yeah, I'll quicken spell a firebolt at it.
All right. That'll be at disadvantage.
That's a natural 1.
That's a natural 1. Yep, that misses. It just it goes straight up into the ceiling.
And because it's a natural 1, I have to roll a d100 again.
Yay.
Wait, what?
Isn't that how it works when you cast?
No. You roll a d20 after you cast this spell, and it's if you get a 1 on that. So roll me a d20.
Okay.
Yep, you're fine for now. But you have your Tides of Chaos back, by the way. No, you don't, because you use it for this. Oh my god, I always forget how Tides of Chaos works. And even though I explained a minute ago. Yes, you need to roll a d100 now because you just used a leveled spell again.
Buddy.
Yes, I love doing this.
You need to be
71.
quiet.
You gain resistance to all damage for the next minute.
Yes.
Oh shit.
So
Yeah!
all damage against you is halved for the rest of for what's likely the rest of the fight.
HP.
Awesome.
Okay. Artanok, you also have a Blight Keeper up in your face. What do you do? And a demon.
Oh, and a demon. Right. Okay. Well, I can't.
Yes, you can. Creature died.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay. Oh, bat demon. What do I choose?
It is a bat demon.
Yeah, I guess I'll go after the demon to kill him as quickly as possible.
That demon's
So
pretty
I'll switch
pretty
hunters.
big, pretty hefty.
I know.
Okay. So are you going to use your longsword, or are you going to have
I have to
Sharkbait
use my
attack it?
longsword. Yeah, I have to.
All right.
And I move my hunter's mark over to him because
Yep.
Marvin, Maven, whatever his name is, died. So
Yep.
I can move it over my subsequent turn.
So that's your bonus action, and then you're going to make your attack.
damn it.
No, it's just, you swing it around, and with all this stuff in your face, it's just distracting you too much, and you wave it limply and feebly, and it lets out an evil laugh.
Bye, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. You have so much HP.
No, I don't. I have 25.
Alante, what do you do?
How close is the demon to the skeleton with the cup? Or corpse, I guess.
About 10 feet away.
I would love to skirt the demon and grab the cup.
Oh.
Shove it into my bag.
Oh, middle fingering so hard right now.
As you guys.
Ellie just kind of looks over and gives like an approving nod and be like, that's a pirate.
Yeah, Zotz sees you doing this and screeches, not the horrifying screech move, but just screeches. And definitely you have his attention now. What else do you do?
Boy.
That's your kind of interaction with an object. What else do you do?
I grab it and I put it in my bag.
Yep. You still have an action and a bonus
All
action.
right.
That's just an object interaction.
I would still have an action and a bonus action.
Yes.
Sweet. I would love to. Who's hurt?
Ellie is pretty hurt. And you're hurt.
Okay. Maybe. I will cast Healing Word on Ellie,
Okay.
which is awesome.
Which is a bonus action there.
And
And then you still got a
Yeah, you're
cantrip or other spell. You can cast a cantrip or do something else with your main action.
yeah, I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on the demon.
Ooh, good call. Let's see. He's got advantage on this because he has magic resistance. And
Oh.
saves. So there's a flash of holy light, but he sidesteps it, or it sidesteps it. Valicia. There's a flaming sphere there that you can use your bonus action to do something with.
Obviously, the bats and such have, I assume they're flying. But
They're flying, but they're down they're down at ground level at the moment. But yes, they fly.
But they're low enough I could slam the orb into them.
Easily.
Okay. You lot deal with this. I'll be right back. The orb slams into the back of one of the bats,
Okay.
and I'm outside and around the corner. And then action to shift into the clawfoot raptor.
Okay. So hit your flaming sphere damage. Definitely this one fails.
Yeah, so that'd be 2d6, I believe. So 6 points of fire damage.
Okay, so the one that is up on Ellie dies. And it's close enough that the others will have to make their deck save if they stay there at the end of the next turn.
Okay. And as I disappear around the corner, just before I shift, Ellie will hear, "You're welcome."
And what do you shift into?
If
Appreciate it.
possible, could I turn into the clawfoot raptor?
The
So it's a beast of half AC.
Let me see if I have this one. I have the Velociraptor. I don't have the. Which one is the Clawfoot Raptor?
Oh, it's from. Doesn't matter actually. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong.
Oh, okay.
Thing.
Oh, that's Eberron.
Yeah, that's my bad. Sorry.
No worries.
It worked last time. Why not do it again? The ape makes a return.
The ape makes a return. I dig it. I definitely
Hiding
dig
around
it.
the corner.
Okay. There's an ape hiding around the corner. And it is now the Blightkeeper's turns. Let's see. Let me see if they recognize that they are being burned. Shouldn't take too much. One of them does. So one of them flies away, and either Artanok or Ellie can make a can make an opportunity attack against it as it tries to fly away.
Ellie will. Not, because I don't have a weapon out.
Okay.
Oh, I'm on you. You said I could? I couldn't hear
Yes.
you over his screen.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, you
Try to
can.
punch it.
Yeah, you can use your longsword. Yep. Oh no, but that's not gonna work.
Idiot. I'm trying to punch it.
You're gonna try to make an unarmed strike? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not at disadvantage actually.
I hit disadvantage by accident.
It's all right. A 16 will hit it. I mean, you'll do 2 damage to it. Sure. The other one that
Slap it.
The other one
that's right.
the other one that's there is going to try to bite Artanok. Miss, and now make a dex save against the flaming sphere, and pass. I forget. Does it take half damage, Valicia?
Yeah, that's half damage.
Okay.
So
Takes 1.
One.
Yep. 1 damage is more than no damage. And it is now Zotz's turn. Zotz
Rude.
is unhappy with Alante right now.
I bet he is.
And is going to all of you except for Valicia, you see this cloud of toxic spores extending out from Zotz. It spreads around corners, but you're too far away, Valicia. You could see it kind of coming out, but you're too far away. But you'd see it at the door. I need everyone to make a con save against poison.
Okay, so I'm going to use my tides again to give myself advantage.
I'm trying to scroll and it kept hitting stuff. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Ellie and Alante pass.
No, god damn it. My fingers are too big for my iPad.
Artanok passes. Yes, performance. That's funny. All right. So all of you resist the spores. And Zotz is very unhappy now that didn't work. Ellie, what do you do?
I'm going to use my last second level spell slot
Wait.
to once again cast Scorching Ray at the bats.
Okay.
Wait, is there one beside me right now still?
There's one more there. Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to step away from it.
All right. It's going to make an attack against you as you do.
Yeah.
3 HP, what are you thinking?
I have 7, and more importantly, I have...
So if it hits you, then you just take 1 damage from it.
Like, that's right. I'm not a potted plant no more. And I'm going to cast Scorching Ray, and I'm going to target the bat until it dies, and then target the other bat.
Okay. That one hits for 5.
Okay.
That one hits for 8. It's still up. That
that's a
one
natural
misses. Yes. All right.
Okay.
Anything else?
And then, then I'm going to roll the 20 again.
You used
right.
Tides of Chaos, right? Earlier?
Yeah, for the advantage.
Yeah, so you actually have to roll a D100.
I'm going to use it as much as I can, because I love it.
Oh! Maximize the damage of the next damaging spell you cast within the next minute.
Yes!
I hate you so much.
What?
Yes.
This is... So, start picking out a super damaging spell.
I just used my last second level spell.
Can't you use
Artanok, what do you do? You've got one bat up in front of you that's pretty badly burned. A demon fighting over there on the side with Alante.
Then I'm going to... Oh god, it zoomed in. I'm going to attack the bat because my hunter's mark might be on the other guy, but he's not focused on me.
Okay, so you can attack the Blight Keeper. It's right up in you. And a 6 will miss.
Ah! I didn't mean to hit that, I'm sorry.
It's alright. I know you're on a tablet there.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
It happens. Okay.
Someday I'll get my computer fixed. Someday.
Yeah, so, your sword, it's flapping too much and moving too quickly, and it's just hard to get, to really get on it. let's see. It is now Alante's turn. Alante, Zotz is right up in your face because it knows that you have the chalice. What do you do?
I would like to. Is it right there?
It's within melee range, yes.
Okay. Then I'm definitely gonna cast inflict wounds,
Okay.
and I'm gonna.
16 hits
Yes. Ah.
for 21 necrotic damage. And you see its demonic flesh right in front of you, shriveling and rotting and decaying right where your hand touched it.
And I would like to run away.
Okay, he will make a attack of opportunity against you.
Yeah.
Scratches out with his talons, not at advantage, sorry. But anyway, 22 for 19 damage.
I'm down.
You down?
Yeah.
Oh god.
All right, guys.
All right. Valisha the ape.
So I'm going to come striding in so I can look into the doorway, slam the sphere into the bat in front of.
Okay.
I'm forgetting character names right now.
Ardenok.
Ardenok.
It's fine. It's
So
going to
that
make
is
its dex save
Dex
and
save.
pass.
So it takes 4 points of fire damage.
All right. It's looking pretty bad.
Reach down, pick up a stone slab, and hurl it at its head.
Okay. Get an attack roll.
So the rock attack, and I miss.
You miss. It hits the other side of the room on the wall, and then it does. It just shatters to a bunch of shards, and clearly it was a pretty significant hit, but it missed.
It's a really good try.
I'm just going to grumble to myself, this kind of giant, dejected-looking ape, and trudge back around the corner.
Okay. The remaining Blight Keeper that is there is going to attack Artenok.
Sob, cry, sob.
And
Good.
yeah, that'll hit you for 6 piercing. And then it's going to try to fly away. Does anybody try to hit it?
I'm definitely gonna hit it.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually, as you do, you cleave it in two, and it lets out a little eep and falls in 2 large pieces on the floor.
Take that, motherfucker.
The other one is going to fly at Ellie and try to do the same thing.
Come at me. Shit.
For 3 Well, it bites you. You screech as you take 3, and then it tries to fly away. Do you try to make an opportunity attack against it?
No.
Okay. It didn't want to stay next to the flaming sphere because it knows that fire burns.
As I'm on fire.
Right. Zotz is going to, we're going to say, for the purposes of the combat, use its talons attack just to grab Alante's backpack that has the chalice,
Damn it.
hold it in its hand, and then fly towards, or then scamper rather, towards Artenok and try to hit Artenok with its beak.
Yeah.
17 for 11. And...
I
okay.
kind of wish I'd waited my opportunity attack.
Do what?
I said I kind of wish I'd waited on my opportunity attack, but then I wouldn't have killed the other bat.
Oh, he's not running away. He's standing there in front of you, so it'll be okay. And
Yay!
now it is Ellie's turn. Ellie, this thing is right in front of you. Remember, you get max damage on your next spell attack, or your next spell.
So, here's my question. Can I'm going to use Burning Hands. It's got a 15-foot, cone. I want to hit it and the bat.
Yes, you can do that.
Awesome. So that is DC 13 deck save on 18 damage is the max.
Okay, so Zots has advantage on the save. Okay.
Yeah.
And the Blightkeeper does not have advantage on the save. And so you said it was DC 13?
Yep.
Okay, so the Blightkeeper is going to take all that damage. The Blightkeeper goes up in flames, and it's trying to beat out the flames with its large leathery wings, and to no avail, as after a moment it flops to the ground. Zots takes 9 damage, and it is Artanok's turn. Artanok, you've killed the 3 Blightkeepers and the vampire, but your other vampire friend is lying on the ground unconscious. What do you do?
Get her. I got this motherfucker.
Okay, yep, I'm going to... Oh, I'm gonna get hit. I'm gonna try and skirt around him.
I'll say
Can I-
he's so large that you can get around without having to move out of his reach.
Then I will do that, and I will heal her. If you could do the spell for me, because, baby,
Yeah.
you scrolled down too. Yeah, you have to go back to the main page, and it'll ask you what level you want to do.
Submit.
Yeah, we realized it. It was because I'm on a tablet. It's on 2 different pages.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right,
Yeah,
so
so
9
I had to
points of
back to
healing for Alante. You're back in the game, Alante.
Yes, I am.
Of course, girl.
All right.
That's
Anything
me
else,
not-
Artanok?
I didn't say that. That's
Any-
all I can do.
Okay.
My hunter's mark is on him.
Yep. All right, Alante, you're lying there, and again you come to see one of your friend, this same friend, bringing you back from the brink of death. You realize that your backpack is not on you, and you see it held in the talons of this demon. What do you do?
Yeah.
And you see Ellie there, like, ready to box the fucking thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up. And how far away is it?
It is
Wow.
about 5-10 feet away from you.
I would like to go up behind it and cast Inflict Wounds again.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But...
Ooh.
Yeah, it misses though.
Okay, that is going to... 9 is not going to hit it, unfortunately. So it's just it dodges out of the way as you're right up there next to it. Do you do anything else?
No.
Okay.
Anything else?
Valicia. I'm sorry?
Forward on myself.
What was that? I couldn't hear that. You broke up for a second.
Sorry. Can I cast Healing Word on myself?
Inflict Wounds is a leveled spell. So
Okay.
you cast it with your main action, so not you can't cast a bonus action leveled spell on this turn.
Okay, okay. Then that's it.
All right. Valicia the ape, what do you do?
So, declaring myself into battle with a roar, I am going to charge up to Zod and try and grapple him.
Oh. Okay, so give me your
Athletics, right?
athletics.
Please be good. Nope.
It's a 19, so it holds you off. Any bonus action?
I failed to grapple it. No matter, it'll get a ball of fire to its back.
All right.
Oh, great. Was it? Test of...
That's gonna fail. So how much damage is that?
That is 5 points of damage.
Okay. It burns a little bit, but thanks to its abyssal nature, the fire doesn't affect it the same way it affects more mundane creatures. And the Blightkeepers don't get a turn anymore. And it sees you're right there. It's going to keep holding that backpack in its claws, or its talons rather, and try to hit Valicia with its beak.
So a 16 hits for 9 damage, and I need to make a Constitution save to maintain the flaming sphere,
Yep. Oh,
which it goes.
And that also takes away everybody's light.
We had a torch.
yeah, the torch. Oh, right. Yeah.
The torch that Valicia was holding earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you drop that on the ground, there's a little bit of light, but not enough to really to illuminate much. You can maybe see a little bit, but we'll say that it will be very difficult to see. Need to do another thing here. Nope. And it is now Ellie's turn. Ellie, what do you do?
Ellie's like all up in its face. She's got her dagger out. She's got her wand out.
Yep.
Disengage and go backwards.
What?
All right. Any bonus action?
And then she's going to use her bonus action actually to dismantle a full slot to give herself some health points.
Okay.
And that will be her turn as she jumps back and prepares herself.
Artanak, what do you do?
So 2 things. 1, I know I was right against it. So do I still have technically disadvantage where it's this huge ass creature and I'm right beside it?
Yes, you're there. You know kind of where it is. But it is eerily dark and silent in here.
Okay. Then what I would actually like to do is I'm going to call for Sharkbait.
All right. And what does Sharkbait do?
Because I'm going to have him attack Knots. I don't know
Okay.
if he has any night vision or anything.
Let's see.
Yeah, no, he has pack tactic. Both me and Alante are standing there. He gets
Right, so
advantage.
he gets attack at normal because of that. So you can make his
Yeah.
attack.
How do you do that?
Oh, I found it.
Okay.
You just click on the name of the attack for him. Just like that.
That
so-
probably doesn't hit.
A 13 does not hit. It doesn't. But you can also make the claw attack because he's got multi-attack.
Oh, okay.
I thought Rangers didn't get that until a higher level.
They get extra attack at a higher level. I
Yeah,
believe.
this creature has its own multi-attack.
I
Okay.
remember how
I think so. We can go ahead and do it.
it is.
And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. The 19 will hit.
Yes.
And again, this magical, otherworldly creature, it takes a cut, but it resists the damage a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Alante, what do you do?
I am going to cast light on. Oh no, hold on. If I wanted to grab the backpack away, is that an action?
If you want to grab it away from... Yes, that would be a contested dex check if you're going to try to grab it out of his hands.
Okay. I would like to do so.
Okay.
Can I use athletics?
Yeah, sure.
And actually, no, because we need to kill it anyway. Need to not be greedy. All right. I'm going to cast light on the backpack and cast healing word on myself.
Okay, yeah. So now everyone has light again.
Yeah.
Oh. And to be clear, now that you can see this demon more clearly, it is pretty badly burned and cut and bludgeoned and shriveled and rotted and decayed and all those things. This demon is in very bad shape. But holding on to that backpack. Valicia, you are right there. There's light now emanating from it. What do you do?
I'm going to back away. And I assume it'll get an attack of opportunity.
Yes.
Okay.
Not at advantage. So that misses.
Yeah, that's misses. But regardless of that, I am dropping the beast shape.
Okay.
And I will cast Moonbeam.
Ooh.
Moonbeam. Hit that spell for me. That is such a good spell.
I don't know why I didn't pull up the.
It's depending on how you do it. It's fine. I can do the spell card or the attack. It's okay. I'm pulling the spell up here. So, Moonbeam. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there, it's engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing pain, and it must make a Constitution saving throw. It takes 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. There's and a shape changer would make its saving throw with disadvantage. Okay.
And I'm bringing this silvery beam of light directly down on Zot, ready to give it pain on his next turn.
All right. Very good. Anything else?
I only have a bonus action. Straight back into the 8.
Do you still have a use of your wild shape left?
That's an action. No, never mind.
Yeah, that would be an action. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I got it mixed up with Circle of the Moon.
Yeah, I was thinking you seem like you like Circle of the Moon quite a bit. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay, Zotz starts its turn there and must make this Constitution save. And at advantage because it's magic. 15. What's your DC?
14.
14. Okay, so he's going to take 6 damage.
Okay.
And so that's the start of his turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to... I gotta do it. It's going to come at you, Valicia.
Okay.
Beak and talons. Not at advantage. I forgot to click off the advantage. Anyway, 13 and a 15.
I think they both hit.
They do.
And I am down. Because
Are you?
I don't think I don't have enough to tank 29
Yeah,
pieces of...
I saw that you've got 31 HP.
I was wrong. So I'm just hanging
You are
on.
just still up. This thing, though, looks like it's on its last legs, and it's screeching, and it's moving with a limp and lurching, and it is now Ellie's turn. Ellie, what do you do?
Ellie, now that she's a distance away, will use her bonus action to spend 3 sorcery points to make a 2nd level spell.
How many spells? You must not have many left.
That would be all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I dismantled the spell slot last turn just so I could do this. And then I'm immediately going to turn around and use it to cast Scorching Ray. I'm going to use my Tides of Chaos on the first one to give it advantage. All of them aimed at it.
That one will miss. They will all miss.
Oh.
And they fly off into the jungle because this thing's back at the door. And in fact, you see a couple of trees out of the jungle catch fire as your Scorching Ray lashes out there.
Awesome.
And birds fly out from it, trying to escape the flames in there. Artanok, this...
Roll.
Yeah, roll your... And that is going to be... An eye appears on your forehead for the next minute. During that time, you have advantage on perception checks that rely on sight. Your third eye opens.
Yeah.
And Artanok, this thing is right there in front of you.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have Shark Bait attack again.
Okay.
Ooh, and because it's light, it's an advantage.
Yeah, so he has advantage now where it's not dark.
All right.
Oh, natural 20.
So 12 and 5. So 12, 6 and 2. All right. How do you want to do this?
I want Shark Bait to. Have you ever seen Jurassic World, like the actual first movie?
The actual Jurassic Park?
No, Jurassic World, the new one that has Chris Pratt.
Okay. Yes. Yes, I've seen all of them.
When Blue jumps up on top of the I forget it, the new dinosaur that they created.
Like up on his back.
Yeah, the one that's basically the antagonist.
Right.
The white one.
Right.
Camouflage. I want Sharkbait to have somehow either jumped on top of it or climbed up it and is now attacking its back and face.
Right. And this thing was already so burned and cut that Sharkbait finds a weak point at the base of the demon's neck and just shreds into it and just starts tearing out internal organs and flinging them with its beak. And that is it for the demon.
Shark bait. Ooh-ah-ha.
Sharkbait. Ooh-ha-ha.
Great.
You have now recovered the Hierophant's chalice, which,
grab
Alante, you
that so
believe
fast.
could be used as a means to broker peace between the Legion of Dusk and the local inhabitants by reducing the need for blood sacrifices, and you have protected it from corruption by the demonic essence of Zots. From here, it's no difficulty. You are the all four of you plus Sharkbait, of course, so the 5 of you are able to make your way south to a rendezvous point that Alante had arranged, and you are met by 2 emissaries from the Order of the 5 Sacraments, and your various agreements are fulfilled. So, Ellie, what kind of a ship did you get?
I'm not. Do I just get to pick? Do I get to just shop for free?
I mean,
Man,
within...
I take you to the dock. You can pick whatever ship you want.
Awesome. I'm gonna get myself a galleon, just like the old ship I had.
Of course, now you're going to need to get a crew.
Yeah. So I'm gonna So Ellie's just gonna point out the ship that she wants, which is gonna be pretty reminiscent of her old ship before it was blown up by the stupid goblins, and she's gonna be like, that ship right there. And I do need a crew. You're more than welcome to join.
That's hilarious. Do, Valicia, you have successfully purged that temple of the dark force that inhabited it. How does your tribe react to your return?
Probably, probably not well, I'm thinking. In terms of, she's been gone a long time, held captive, somehow made bargains to free herself, is generally not a nice person to be around in the first place, has quite a few enemies, and I imagine that they would very quickly begin to spread rumors that in purging this dark presence, Valicia had somehow become corrupted by it, which would probably result in her going back and asking Ellie if she can join her on her ship.
Wow. Wow.
Plus, she always wanted to see the world, so why not?
Sure.
I mean, it means dealing with someone she doesn't like, but then she's dealt with people she doesn't like her whole life. She doesn't like anyone, after all, so...
Artanok, how do you feel about some measure of peace? Not full peace, not the cessation of everything. Artanok, as a young soldier, how does he feel about that?
It's not full peace, but it's a step in the right direction, and it's definitely in his mind something that will hopefully make his father happy, which is all, like, other than shark bait, that's all he really cared about. And he did get some cool stuff to bring back, but
Sure.
he's mostly just happy that some semblance of peace has been created to him, and he wants to bring that himself to his father and the emperor.
And Alante, last but not least, by far, Alante, you have recovered the Hierophant's chalice. You've kept it out of the hands of Vona, the Butcher of Magan, who would have used it for far darker purposes. And you now have significant kind of political capital, as it were, within the Order of the Five Sacraments, which will be able to now to ascend to greater influence within the Empire. How does Alante react to that?
He's very, very pleased with how things came out. Almost died several times, so feel like she definitely paid.
Paid the blood price, as it were.
Yes, exactly. And as flattered as she is at the invitation to sail on the seas, be much more focused on is an ally relationship, but she wants to ascend in her order and to broker peace.
Sure. So let's go ahead. What was your favorite, or the other Kyle? I say Kage, just not confuse myself. Kyle, what was your favorite part of what happened today? I'm really curious.
Turning into a potted plant.
Oh my god!
I love wild mages so much now. I've never actually played one, and I have avoided them like the plague for the longest time.
Told me to play one the other day.
I know, because I realized how awesome they are.
That's hilarious. How about you?
I mean, it's all up to the DM, because like you didn't have to keep giving me all of that stuff. So the fact that you were like, go ahead, roll a d100, and we'll give you back your Tides of Chaos, which is like, yes!
Oh, no, anytime I have a wild magic sorcerer, I'm all about rolling on that table as much as possible.
It's so much fun. I just want to... One more time.
Felicia, how about you? What was your favorite moment today?
Probably the same as other Kyles, to be honest. And I'm calling you that now.
Other
Kyle.
Kyle.
Other Kyle.
You know, other Kyle. Anyway, probably the same. The wild magic. I love the mechanic, and to see it in action was brilliant. But other than that, favorite moment, getting to be an arsehole, I guess. Just
How often does that not happen? Tell me that.
Yeah.
Okay, you kind of had me there. I mean,
You seem to
it's not
enjoy.
uncommon.
Yeah, you seem to. I'm not saying that you are an asshole. I'm just saying you seem to relish playing that role a little bit.
Yeah, it's a good. I'm overly polite in everyday life, so the chance to throw that worry of social norms and the worry of being polite constantly, throw that away and have my characters be arseholes and snarky. I love that opportunity. So it always manifests that my characters have some level of snark, and to always express that is a lot of fun for me, because it's kind of like they're the thoughts I don't express, if that makes sense.
Right. No, that's good. Yeah, kind of.
In my everyday personality, I'm never like that. Give me a character and I'll have them insulting everyone on the table.
Kind of working it out in a healthier venue. That makes sense. Litza, what about you? What was your favorite part today?
My favorite part was definitely when Sharkbait got the kill. The main kill of the entire session.
That was
fantastic.
That was good.
I love it.
And finally, Rachel, what about you?
Oh Lord. Uh. Other than shark bait, other than the potted plant, I think it was the fact, I gotta admit, the bugs, even though I usually make my characters terrified of them, happening, and then him just, nope. But,
Nope and away.
nope and away. The fact that it always felt like his comrades were themselves and not trying to complete it as a group first. So, Litza's character ran immediately for the chalice. Sam's character immediately backed out of the room. He's like, fuck all of you!
Oh yeah. Oh no, if Zotza died, first things, as in, the first thing that had died, Felicia would have gone. That
Been like,
was
okay,
kind of-
my work here is done. I'm out.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. I hit the wrong. I was trying to pull back up OBS to make sure everything was looking right, and I actually hit the Steam button. So I wasn't trying to play Steam. Finally, before we go back around one last time, Kyle, if people wanted to reach out to you on the internet for about D&D stuff, where should they reach out to you, if at all?
I wouldn't really reach out to me at all because I don't use social media, but you could probably find me on Twitter the occasional time I check it.
Cool.
It's at Kaji Akuma, spelled with a C instead of a K because I was a lame kid, and that would probably be the only way to find me.
All right. How about you, Valicia?
So similar to other Kyle, I'm not exactly active on most social medias, to be honest. But similarly, I could probably be found on Twitter as Eldritch Warlock.
Eldritch Warlock. All right. Litza?
Again,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's rare I really interact much on Twitter, but if anyone, for whatever reason, does want to find me, that's where they can find me.
Totally fair. How about you, Litza?
I'm on Twitter at Litza Bronwyn. And also, I'm on Patreon, which is linked on my Twitter bio. But it's Baby Squalling Dragons, and we release a lot of D&D content. All of it is up for free for anyone to view. Usually post twice a week new homebrew content.
I was
Really cool.
I was completely unaware of that. Baby Squalling Dragons. I see that now. That's cool.
That's my husband's account.
All right.
Yeah, and so we make stuff together.
Fantastic. That is. I'm glad I asked. I didn't know.
Yeah.
And Rachel, how about you?
I'm way more active on social media than my lovely husband, other Kyle, is. And you can find me at, and don't judge me for being a nerd, Dragon Mama 9 on Twitter.
Listen, none of us are in any position to criticize anybody for being a nerd.
I'm overly obsessive about dragons.
Okay, that's true. You are. And to be clear, I want to give a shout out also to Variant Roles for hosting our stream today. And Variant Roles is a little community where we all kind of knew each other from and so forth, and have played in different games on their stream. So thanks very much to them. Appreciate it, everybody. I hope you had fun, and I guess we're gonna go ahead and end the stream now. Thanks again, everybody.
Tell us where we can find you.
Oh, well, you can find me here. I have the same name on Twitter, and technoskull.me is my D&D blog, so you can find me there as well. I figure people who are, if they're on my stream, they should be able to find me, but yeah, thank you. And
Thank you so much for the game.
I'm glad that we got to have fun trying to kind of, it's the holiday season. A lot of campaigns aren't happening because people have things going on. So just kind of doing a little one shot in between to break up a Saturday afternoon was fun. So thanks for coming.
Thank you.
All right.
Awesome. I would love to do another one like this.
Same character.
I'm sure we'll be chatting about what we do next. I don't know yet, but we'll do something. Yeah. All right.